Hello and welcome to another episode of En Route with the Postman. This is the one and only Crazy Postman here talking to you. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm wearing a POV camera, so we're going to try to do our normal 100-mile loop with POV here. It may not work out for us because in the middle I fast forward, because obviously you don't want to sit here and see me driving for 100 miles just talking about nothing. So I don't know if I can fast forward the POV, because I mean obviously it would just be me moving my head really fast a lot and probably just make everybody sick. So I'm going to try not to look around so much while I'm driving down the road. I said that and then I looked around. Here's what I look like today wearing this thing. It just kind of fits over the back of my head, and it sits on, well, I can't look sideways, you won't be able to see. It sits on my ear, kind of like a Bluetooth. But we're going to do the normal route, and what I do in this series is I'm on Autopilot right now, and I see how well it does, and at the end I grade it. Now this is not a very hard trip for Autopilot, because it's basically 100 miles in a straight line. Well, actually 50 and then 50 back. So it should be pretty easy for Autopilot to handle. I like to test it every once in a while just to see if we got any regressions or any new features added. I always start my trip at 90%, and I'm at 87% right now. So at the end I'll give you some charging statistics, and I'll let you know exactly how many watt hours we used, how many kilowatt hours, and how much it cost me to refuel. I'm gonna put it in fast forward now, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Okay, coming up on the end of my first leg here. I've gone 38 miles, used 10 kilowatt hours, and 274 watt hours per mile. Now keep in mind, I do not have the Aero wheel covers on. It would have been 10% better had I had the wheel covers on. Anyway, about to take my exit here. I will see y'all in the next section of the video. Alright guys, here I am for my last leg of the journey for today. I hope that the air conditioner is not blowing into the microphone, because it is hot outside and it's blowing pretty hard. So if you hear wind noise blowing into the phone, I am sorry. But anyways, on my last 40-mile leg of the trip, so far I've gone 74 miles, used 21 kilowatt hours, and have a running average of 293. Autopilot has not made any mistakes. Everything's been normal. I only had to take it out for passing vehicles because, as I've said many times before in the past, I don't have the full self-driving, so my autopilot will do a good job as long as it's in one lane. If I have to pass a car, I have to take out autopilot and turn on my blinker, pass them manually, and then turn autopilot back on. Let's continue on down the road, and I'll give you a final report once we're back at the house. Alright guys, I'm crossing 100 miles here on my En Route with the Postman series for Sunday, August 9th, 2000 here. So we're rounding up the end of this trip here. I've used 29 kilowatt hours and I've gotten 292 watt hours a mile. And keep in mind the outside air temperature says it's around 100 degrees. And the AC is blowing at 68 degrees, so that's using a little bit more juice today. Plus it's Oklahoma, so we got wind to deal with. You can see y'all cannot see it, but the trees are blowing around quite a bit. The grass over there in the median's blowing quite a bit, so there's a little bit of wind today. So when I get back at the house, you'll see it displayed on the bottom of the screen now. What I'm going to do is show you exactly, like the car says I've used 30 kilowatt hours. I'm going to recharge the car and show you exactly how much it took to recharge to 90% and how much it cost me to get there. So I'll have plus or minus 105, 106 miles when I get to the house. Keep that in mind. So the price that I'm showing now is what it costs to go about 105 miles in 100 degree heat in Oklahoma with wind. So, and probably 85% of it's highway driving. 20%, 80-20 split probably. Also, I've had no autopilot trouble at all. The car has driven the whole way without any intervention from me. So that's an A for today because there was 0 mistakes. Remember, I don't give an A+ unless it actively does something that impresses me. So if it's a 0 mistake day, the highest it can get is an A. Of course, the lowest it could get would be an F, but it had 0 mistakes today. So the Crazy Postman score for today's En Route with the Postman is an A. I appreciate y'all watching the video today. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Maybe send a comment down below. That helps my channel a lot. If you would like to subscribe, I mainly talk tech, Tesla, and reviews. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. All right. It doesn't know what to do. I love that. Oh, hey, 40, 40, 40. She was mad at me for a second. Oh, I love doing that. I think the Autopilot might have squeaked the brakes just a little on that. Again, that was nothing the Autopilot did wrong. That was just me doing silly stuff.